Greetings and salutations, Aries, and welcome back to Bon Echo Tarot. Today we're looking at the full moon. It's coming up here in just a day or so, April 7th. So I figured I would do a little read for everybody for the energies of the full moon. So what are we looking at? Well, Aries, we're going to look at what was in shadow, what's being illuminated, and how you're going to be moving forward as a result of that illumination. Okay? Ooh, there we go. That was what was in shadow, so that's the Queen of Cups. So, let's lay them all down before I start telling stories. Ooh, what's being illuminated? That would be Death card. So transformation, or you could have a Scorpio somewhere in the equation. And how you're moving forward is the Nine of Cups. So that's kind of an interesting progression. So let's see what the hidden background is. Ooh, the Sun card. So this could be just a really happy situation. Something is transforming into something really happy, or somewhere in the mix there also could be a Leo. So let me see what I'm getting here for. So what was in shadow before? If it isn't a Scorpio, it could be another water sign, so Pisces or Cancer. The Queen of Cups, she's fairly controlled. Well, I mean, she's kind of melancholy, you know. She's very, you know, she's focused on her emotions. If you notice how intently she's looking at the cup. So, you know, this could also be embodying your energies in the sense that you've really been taking a look at your emotional history. And, you know, as kind of all of us are kind of doing right now, this whole dynamic of being in quarantine and whatnot, it's really something, you know. It's like a Mercury retrograde on steroids, really. So there's been a lot of reflection on your emotional life. And it's kind of like we all, you know, I mean, in some circles, some people are saying, you gotta get rid of stuff. You gotta let go. You gotta just let go. And, you know, because, I mean, human beings are attached to stuff, you know, and that's not always a bad thing, you know, because right now, with us all being in separation, it's really not very human, us being this separate from one another. We need touch. We need physical touch. We need involvement with other human beings. That's who we are. So I have a feeling, Aries, that the Death card here, in terms of what's being illuminated for you under this full moon, is that you really don't need to identify with the emotions that you've had in the past, because things are really kind of, you know, sort of, it's kind of like, hey, wait a minute, I think I let go of my stuff, but I just didn't realize it. And so because of that, you're being rewarded. And, you know, Aries is actually one of the signs that's best at letting go, or at least not really wanting to become attached to things, because, I mean, why, you know, and you're in constant movement, and there's always something going on with Aries that's going to make a great story. I'm just going to clarify the Death card and just see what we're looking at here in terms of how this could possibly be manifesting for you on the full moon. The King of Swords. So this could be an air sign. But this could also, I've been finding that for me anyway, me personally as a reader, is that the King of Swords is really about boundaries. And I'm finding generally that the people that I'm speaking to and the reads that I've been doing is that people are getting a lot clearer on their boundaries, and they're finding a lot more comfort in actually enforcing them. So, you know, this is something to really be celebrated, Aries, that this transformation in your emotional makeup of things, you know, is now enabling you to manifest the kinds of things that you've really been craving for quite some time, which is essentially pure and total happiness. So, good for you, Aries. Congratulations. I really hope that you enjoy this full moon. This full moon is in Libra, and oh, I could be wrong. You should really check this out. But if I'm not mistaken, Libra is your house of relationships. So you may find that, you know, although I would not encourage parties and so on, but you may find that you will be reuniting with friends, maybe even lovers from the past, who have had a history of making you feel really good about yourself. So I think that's about all. Please check out my Facebook page. I'm just starting a group called Bon Echo Live, so that I can go live and read tarot, pull a few cards for people, just to keep it fun and interesting during this time where we really got to stay inside. It's been a lot of fun so far, and also, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button so that I can start going live here. All right? Thanks for joining me today, Aries, and we'll see you next time.